The jack-off shack didn't look impressive from the outside, just a faded building with a flickering neon sign. The parking lot was filled with bikes that had been stolen since the early 2000s. Inside, the dim lighting concealed sins, but it was bright enough to spot missing teeth. The smell hit first, a sickening mix of burned plastic, sweat, and chemical fumes from a bowl, Bigfoot said quietly from the corner. That smell makes you question your life choices immediately. Wiry guys hunched over a cracked table glanced up with suspicion when I entered. I asked, anybody seen Shorty? One of them froze mid-lighter flick, like I just asked for Voldemort. The older guy croaked, Shorty? Bubba Head Shorty? I nodded and said, yeah, scratching my head. Bubba Head. Little dude, I added. Smells like hot dog water. That Shorty. The room stirred with pipes clinking and the faint glow of neon flickering ghostly. Eyes darted around, as if Shorty's name was a meth head bat signal. The skinny guy with scabbed knuckles leaned forward, trembling slightly. He said Shorty was here earlier, real spun out. He claimed, said he was going to the place where the gators ain't snitches. I asked him, does that mean anything to you? Bigfoot muttered, that's some deep swamp talk right there. The others snickered, amused by Shorty's strange visits to odd locales. A guy with a magnificent mullet spoke confidently. That means he headed to the old carnival grounds. He added, behind the abandoned tilt-a-whirl. Smirking, he said, he thinks the gators understand him when he's tweaking. Another said, he mentioned he had business with the crystal wizard. He shrugged. Something about finding some crap, I muttered. Last time he said that, he fought his reflection for 45 minutes. Bigfoot looked at me slowly and said, only Shorty could turn a simple day into a swamp-side quest. I nodded, feeling the weight of another crazy day. As I headed for the door, the mullet guy warned, you better hurry! Shorty's got 2 speeds! Gone and goner! Outside, the night air hit me like a slap. Cool, sharp, and relentless. Somewhere in the distance, I thought I heard a gator or Shorty screaming at the moon. I began walking toward the old carnival grounds, following Shorty's nonsense trail. If he was still alive, I'd find him, no matter how deep into the swamp he'd gone. And if he wasn't, the gators probably had a better explanation than he ever could in English. Bigfoot grinned and said, that swampy mess is a perfect place for a man like Shorty to disappear. My laid-back companion shrugged and said, well, the gators know the story now. He added softly, we'll see if Shorty does too. The moonlight shimmered on the muddy trail ahead as I ventured into darkness. Determined to find my friend, or whatever was left of him, I pressed on. Bigfoot's voice echoed softly beside me. He's probably telling gators some wild stories now. We both knew Shorty's mysteries were deep and tangled like the swamp itself. The night was alive with shadows, secrets, and the flickering promise of answers. I figured if anyone could make it out, it was a laid-back guy like Bigfoot. He always had a way of making the strangest stories seem like just another day. Together, we moved forward, into the darkness where Shorty's chaos still lingered. The swamp's dark depths called out, hiding the truth that only the gators knew. Whatever came next, I was ready to face it, no matter how bizarre. Bigfoot shook his head softly and said, only Shorty could turn this into a legend. I looked back at the jack-off shack and promised to discover the truth within the shadows. With each step, I felt the strange energy Shorty left behind, waiting to be uncovered. The moon's glow was the only guide I trusted in this murky, twisted mystery. Whatever lay hidden in the swamp, I was determined to find out in the end.